कौन है कौन? दरवाजा बंद करे कैसे?
Hi, morning guys. Am I audible? But we'll wait for another 5 minutes. We'll start by 9:10. Right, so we'll start with the session. So let's start with the exercise. Okay, so today we have table and line graphs. Okay, let's start with this one, question 17 to 21, that is from slide 24. Alright, so let's try this set first, these 5 questions. So take some 5-10 minutes, try these questions, these 5 questions, then let's discuss. Right, so let's start gradually from easier to higher difficulty level. So I feel this is the easiest here. That is what it looks like from the graph. Try this. Done? Are you guys done with this? Okay, so let's discuss this one. First one, what is the approximate average profit during the given period? So this is your profits, right? So you add it up 100, 200, 200, 300, then 150 and 300. Fourth, yeah, 208. Yes, correct. If everybody has got 208, fourth one is the right answer. Next one, let's look at in which year was the profit as a percentage of total cost maximum? That means we are looking at profit by cost into 100. Now, if this fraction has to be higher, right, what should be there? Profit should be high and cost should be low, right? Cost should be less, profit should be high. So let's see where is that happening. So the answer options are 12, 13, 14 and 15. So profit should be high here and cost should be low. So I can see that in 2013 this is happening. Profit is quite high. Will it be 2013 or 2014? Can you guys tell me? 2013, right? Yeah, not 2014. It has to be 2013 because here profit is high and cost is also at its lowest. The denominator is too low, right? If I calculate, this will come as 4 out of 5, 80%. Whereas 2014, if I calculate, this will come as 3 by 4, that is 75%. So our answer for this one becomes 2013. Next, what was the revenue earned by XYZ in the year 2012? So what will be the revenue? Revenue is nothing but total cost plus profit. Right? It is asked for year 2012. So 12 is 200 plus 300, 500,000. So that is answer option 2, correct. Next one. The maximum revenue is realized in, so when was the maximum revenue? So maximum revenue again means your revenue is cost plus profit. So cost and profit both should be high on the higher side. So cost is highest here, all these numbers. Profit is highest here, right? That means my answer should be either 14 or 16 based on which answer is there. Okay, 14, 16 both are there. So my answer becomes both 2 and 3. Correct. Last one. During the period 11 to 16, which year experienced the maximum increase in profit? Right. So I want maximum increase in profit. So maximum increase in profit is from 2015 to 2016. This is the highest increase, an increase of 150,000. So our answer becomes 2016. Which so my answer for this is answer option 4, 2016. Yes, I guess this was an easy set. Most of you got it correct, right? Okay, next let's look at which is yeah, let's try first one. 4 questions are there. First set, that is question number 1 to 4. Slide number 3 onwards. Try that. Are we done with this set? Question 1 to 4. Okay, what about first one? What do you get for the first one? What was the approximate value of the absolute difference between number of students who got job in marketing and those who got job in finance over the period? So let's see, finance and marketing, here the gap is 24%, right? So 24% of 800. 24% of 800 will come down to 192. Next here is 31%. 31% of 650. So 30% will come out to be 195 plus 6.5. So that is 200, 1.5. Let's say 202. This one 20%, 20% will be 220. This one 18%. So I'm directly just subtracting these two numbers. 37 minus 19 is 18. 18% of 1200 is 216. Last one, there is no difference here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 830. Is that what you guys get? Answer option 3. Okay, let's see. What is answer option 3? Yeah, 830. Correct. What about next one? By how much approximately in 2016 did the total salary given by employed in finance exceed to that employed in software? So total salary to finance and total salary to software, that is what I need to calculate. In 2016, so finance will be what? 98 into 32, right? And for this one, it would be 84 into 20. So 98 into 32, 9810 into 32. This would give me somewhere around 3 314 or 15, somewhere around there. 2% is 60. Yeah, 314. And this, if I do, will give me 17, so around 1400 something. What is the answer that you guys are saying? First one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 1400 something should be my answer. So those who calculate, you should be getting answer option 1. Next, which year registered maximum increase in the number of graduates over the previous year? So when have graduates increased maximum? 800 became 650. 650 has become 1100. So this is the highest I can clearly see. So year 2014, right, which is answer option 2. Yes, correct. So you guys have got this correct. Let's look at last one. Which year the average salary of graduate students employed in the field of finance recorded the maximum percentage increase over the previous year? So when has finance salary increased more? So here, this is where I need to check. So where is that it has increased more? So if I go from here to here, here the increase is around 900. 9 by 54 is 1 by 6. Here if I go from here to here, this is around 1200. 12 by 60 is 1 by 5. Right. This is 1400 by 75. So this is 1 by 5 point something. And this is only 900. So I guess it should be 13 to 14. That means year 2014. So option 3. Let's see what is answer option 3. Yes, answer option 3, 2014 is the correct answer here. Okay, once we are done with this set, let's try Let's try this set, question 9 to 12. Are you guys done with this set? So let's see this set. It says in a country named XYZ, courier business is divided into international business and domestic. International business is for 150 million, domestic is for 70 million. The table below gives percentage-wise breakup across various sectors. So if I wish to calculate, I can write the numbers here. So his international business is 22% of 150, so 22% of 150. I'll write the numbers here itself. So this is 33. This will come 14. This will become 48, 15%. This will be 10.5, 42, 17.5, 9, 21, 18, and 7. So these are their respective numbers. Now all the couriers are moved by either air, road, or rail. The courier moved by air is called as air segment, and if you are transferring goods by road or rail, it is called as land segment. All domestic is in land segment only, right? So no domestic business you do by air. Of the aggregate land segment, 60% is moved by road. So in the land full, 60% is road and balance 40% becomes rail. All operations of Agnel Express is in land segment. So Agnel's total business is what? 9 plus 21, 30. So 30 is, all this is through land segment only, right? Now Agnel has 30% of the aggregate business of land segment. So 30 is equal to 30%. That means I can say total land segment is worth 100 million. Total land segment is worth 100 million. Right, 30% is 30. So, and out of that, all the domestic. So domestic total is 70. So 70 million is in right. So this 70 million is from domestic inland, and balance 30 comes from international. 30 million comes from international. That means some international shipments are also done through land. So let's try to answer the questions now. Of the international business, what is the ratio of air to land? Now total of international business is 150, out of which we know by land we are doing 30. That means by air we must be doing 120. So 120 by 30, what would this be? 4:1. That means my answer option is answer option 3 for this one. Right, so for question number 9, your answer option is 3. What about question number 10? Did you guys write question number 10? If the land segment accounted for 15 million of FedEx international business, right? Which company has the highest market share in the land segment? So let's see. FedEx international land will be 15. So that means his land will become 15 plus this full is land. So 15 plus 10, 25, right? And total in land is international is 30. That means if 15 is by FedEx, the highest any other company can have is 15, or it might be divided also. But highest it can any other company can have 15. So if I give 15 to Blue Dart, 15 here Blue Dart, 15 plus 14, his total will only reach 29, right? 15 plus 17, right? If I give the balance 15, sorry, out of 15, 9 is also already here. So this is only 6. Sorry, I can give only 6. So 6 if I give here, 6 plus 17, 23, right? 6 plus 7. So highest is coming for Angel itself. Angel's number will be 30. Second highest will be FedEx because this will have 15, this will have 10, so this will have 25.5, right? And all others, they can highest have 6. Why 6? Let's just see. Because there is total of 100 million in land, right? Out of which 70 will go to domestic. Next, 9 will go for international of Agnel, right? And 15 will go for international of FedEx. So balance remaining is only 6. That means 6 of international you can give to any other balance company, right? So if I give 6 in Blue Dart, 6 plus 14, 20. If I give 6 in DHL, it will also come 23. 6 here, it will only reach 13, right? So that means they will never cross 30 in that case. So highest is Agnel itself. So that makes my answer as answer option fill. I need to fill 1. Okay, let's just repeat here this question. So this question says land segment accounted 15 million for FedEx. Then which company will have highest land segment? Right. So we know Agnel's full business is land segment. Right. Okay. First is we know domestic in 100 million is in my land segment. Right. So first let's look at total land segment. I know my total of land segment is, this is my total in land, right? How much do I do with land? So that is 100, right? Out of 100, 70 is domestic of all. That means if I add these numbers 14 plus 10.5, 17.5, 21 and 7, I'll get 70. 70 is domestic. Next 9, right? This is Agnel's international is also through land only because Agnel's all operations is done by land. That means this 6% which is 9, that will also go away in this land segment, right? So domestic all I have taken. Now the balance 30 is in international. So in that 30 international, 9 will go to Agnel, and the question says 50 to FedEx. So out of 48 million here of FedEx, right, 15 is by land segment, right? So now after that, so 15 that is gone, 70 domestic, 9 international of Agnel, 15 international of FedEx. That means 6 is only remaining. 100 minus 70 minus 9 minus 15, 6. Only 6 in international business is remaining. That can be given to any of the companies, that is Blue Dart, DHL or Home Pack. Agnel and FedEx we have allocated. So the balance 3 companies are Blue Dart, Agnel or Home Pack. Now the question is asking who's having the highest in land. Now Blue Dart, I can give best is 6, we just now said. If I give 6 here for domestic to Blue Dart, he's, oh sorry, 6 for international, and he's already having 20 in domestic. So his total business in land segment will become 6 plus 20, 26. FedEx. FedEx is having how much of international in land? So that is 15. And here it is 10.5. If you add these two, you will still get only 25.5. DHL, if I give this 6, and here it is having 17.5, so 6 plus 17.5, that will make it only 23.5. For Agnel, everything is domestic only, so for Agnel it is 30. For this 6 plus 7, it will come 13. So highest is coming for Agnel itself. Yeah, sorry, for Blue Dart it should be 6 plus 14, that is 20. Correct, not 20. If I said 20, it should be 6 plus 14, that is total 20. Right, so the highest is coming for Agnel, so that becomes our answer here. So for 10th one, your answer becomes 1. Next one. If DHL buys Home Pack and they form a new company, Deliver at Home, by merging the two business together. So now DHL and Home Pack will be together. Then what will be the maximum value of domestic business of this company? That means I have to just add domestic of DHL and Home Pack. So what is DHL and Home Pack? DHL's domestic is 17.5. Home Pack's domestic is 7. 17 plus 7, 24.5. 24.5 is answer option 4. So for 11th one, I should be writing 4. Next, 12th one. If in 2016, which courier operator accounted for maximum revenue across domestic and international market taken together? So domestic plus international, who had the highest numbers? So let's just see. This total is 47. This total is 58. This total is coming 59.5. And these are pretty small. So obviously the highest is by DHL. Right, so your answer for this one becomes 3rd. So for 12th one, it becomes 3. Right, so that is how we do this set. After this set, yeah, let's try this. Question 13 to 16. So done with 13 to 16. So let's see. So here it's given in a small company there are 10 employees PQRSTUV up to Y, each of them in a different grade. Sequentially grade 1 is the lowest and grade 10 is the highest grade, right? So there are 10 grades 1 to 10. Grade 1 to 3 becomes one category, 4 to 6 is another category, 7 to 10 is third category. Each employee had a certain part of his salary package as variable pay, right? And they get a certain percentage of the variable pay, right, based on their annual performance rating, right? And the annual performance rating is given 1 to 5 sequentially. So let's move to the next one. What does the next one say? Now, PVP is illustrated according to the APR, and then this table is given. Partial data of the 10 employees is given. Employees belonging to a particular category receive distinct APR. That means those who are in grade 7 to 10, all of them will receive different APR, right? Next is okay, this is what is given. Let's try to see if we can fill anything in the table right now. So somebody got a PVP, that means 40% variable pay. 40% variable pay you get only if you are APR is 3. Right? So I can say this person's APR is 3. Right? So I'll write here 3. So his APR is 3. And if his APR is 3, his grade has to be between 7 and 10, out of which 7 and 9 grades are already used. That means I can say his grade is either 8 or 10. Right? So his grade has to be either 8 or 10. Next, Q, his grade is 4. Grade 4 means here, and his APR is 2. If your APR is 2, your PVP will be 0. That means I can say this is 0. Right? Next, this guy's PVP is 0. Your PVP is 0. That means either you can be of first category, second category, or third category. Now 3 zeros are here that I can see. This guy belongs to your second category. This guy belongs to third category. That means this guy must be belonging to first category only. Right? So that means I can say R's grade has to be either 1, 2, or 3, out of which 1 is again already written. That means R's grade have to be 2 or 3 only. Right? And similarly, his APR will be either 1 or 2. Right? So his APR is either 1 or 2. Here I can only write either 1 or 2. Next, somebody with grade 1 and APR 4. Grade 1, APR 4, his PVP should be 90%. That means I can say this is for sure 90%. Next, T nothing is given. U 70 PVP. Where do you get 70? 70 PVP come only if your APR is 4. That means this guy's APR is 4. And he must be belonging to which category? Category 2. That means his grade has to be between 4 to 6. Okay. And out of 4 to 6, 4 is already used. That means now I can say his grade is definitely either 5 or 6. Right? Next, V's grade is 7. So his grade is 7. That means he's in third category. Right? And we don't know further details, so he can't comment. Like W also nothing is known. Then X has got APR of 5. APR of 5 can be of any of these. Okay, 9 is 0. So his APR has to be either 1 or 2. 5 means, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 people of this grade, this category we know, right? The third category, 3 people we already are aware of. In this, we know that there are 2 people. In this, we know there are 2 people. That means one person will go more here. So who are the 3 who are pending? 1, T, W, and X all will go in 3 different categories. Right? Let's start with the questions then. If X is in grade 8, then what could be the numerical maximum grade of T? So X, let's see. If X will get grade 8, if here I will write 8, that means P will get 10. Right? So now 10 is used, 9 is used, 8 is used, 7 is used. Right? So the maximum grade that T can get has to be 6. T can be in a 6. Right? So the maximum grade that he can get is a 6. Is everyone okay with this? Right? So make that table complete so that you are able to answer. So if T receives an APR of 4, APR of 4, you can either get a 90, 70, or 60. Right? Out of which 90 and 70 are already done. Right? That means the only number he can get is a 60. Right? 90 and 70 are already done. That means he can only get a 60. 60 becomes our answer. Next one. If R receives APR 2 and both T and W APR 3, then which of the following will never belong to the same category? So R will get a 2 and T and W both get a 3 each. So if R will get a 2, this is APR. So R's APR is 2. So R gets APR 2 and T gets an APR 3. So APR 3 here means T is definitely not in grade. So 3 APR has already been given to category 4 people. That means he is definitely not in category 4. So T has to be in either category 1 or category 2. Right? And same way for whom else was 3 given? 3 was given for W. So W also, that means T and W both have to be either in category 1 or category 2 separately. Right? T or W have to be in category 1 or category 2 separately. Right? So R, S, W, R, S, T, can they be in one? Let's see. R, S is grade 1, grade 1. R, S, W possible. R, S, T is also possible. Q, U, and R. Q, U, R is not possible because R and S have to be in the same, right? We clearly know that R and S have to be in the same category, same group, because they share the same categories. R and S have to be together, so they cannot be segregated. So our answer definitely has to be Q, U, R. Let's look at next one, the last one in this set. If V received an APR 5, how many distinct grades can T possibly get? So let's put, say V, if he gets a grade 5, APR 5. So if V gets an APR of 5, that means now I can say anyone else who is having a 5 here, yes, this guy. Right? That means I can say this guy is from, not from 8 or 10. Right? That means he will either be from category 1 or category 2. So he is either in category 1 or category 2. So in category 1, the numbers remaining are 2, 3, 5, and 6. One and 4 are already written. So that means his grade can be either 2, 3, 5, or 6. Okay, we have been asked for whom. If V receives an APR 5, how many distinct grades can T have? So T can have what all grades? Let's see. So if I look for T, I cannot give him 1, 4, 7, 9. Okay, this is 8 or 10. APR 5 is done 2 times. He can also get a. Okay, can I give him 2? If I give him 2 here, grade 2, his APR can be 1 or 2 possible, but 3 is possible, 4 is already done, 5, and I give him a 5, yes, possible, 6, possible, 7 is already done, 8, if I give him a 8, grade 8, then he can, yes, possible. So all 6 values are possible. It is not limiting anything for T, right? So for him, all 6 values are possible. Right. So here in this set, it becomes important that the moment you see the set, you fill up the table that what all options are available for which all boxes, so that it becomes easier and further. right? Okay, after this, let's try. Okay, let's look at the last question once again. So the last question here was saying, yeah. So last question here says, if V receives an APR 5, how many distinct grades can T belong to? So T can have which all grades? So let's come back to our sheet. If I give a 5 for V here, right? So if I give a 5 here, he is in grade 7. This is fixed. Now, in grade 7, 5 is also used, right? Now, X has to get a 5. Now, obviously, that means he cannot be, if you are getting a 5 here, you are in category 3, that is V is in category 3. Now, that means this X, if he is also getting a 5, he has to be either from category 1 or 2. So, he is from category 1 or 2. And in that category, the numbers that are available, right? In category 1, what all grades are there? 1, 2, 3, out of which 1 is already used. That means 2 or 3 options are available for him, right? Similarly, here between 4 to 6, 4 is already done. That means 5 and 6 are available to him, right? Now, the question is asking what all grades can T have. So if I try checking, right, what all combinations are there? If I give 2 to him, right, can I give 2 to T? Let me check, right? So if I give 2 to him, what will I have to do, right? I will have to give 3 here, right? Let's just look at only the options that I have written, right? So what I'm doing is, let's say if I give 2 here for T, if I write a 2, if this becomes 2, this has to be either 2 or 3, that means this will become 3. Now if this becomes 3, that means here 2 and 3 is gone, right? Only 5 and 6 options are there. That means you put 5 here or 6 here or 6 here or 5 here, it is possible, right? 7 and 8 here, and whichever is balanced, you give 10 there. So that is possible. That means you can give him 2. Same way, if you give 3 to him, if you give 3 to him, you will have to give 2 to him, right? If you give 2 to him, 3 and 2 both are done. Now 3 and 2 both are done. So you give either 5 or 6 here, and same thing accordingly. That means to T, I can give 2. I tried. I was able to give. I tried 3. I can give 3 also. Can I give 5 here? Let's see. If I give 5 here, what will happen? This guy wants only 5 or 6. So if 5 is given here, I have to give U as 6. If U is given 6, then 5 and 6 both are gone. That means you have to give 2 or 3 here. So you give either 2 here, then you have to give 3 here, or 3 here, then you have to give 2 here. That means 5 is also possible. Next, 6. Can you give T6? If you give 6 here, you will have to give him 5. Right? Same way again, 3 here, 2 here. So that is also possible. Next, can you give him 8? Right? If you give him 8, you have to give 10 here. Right? You give 10 here, then again 2, 3, 5, and accordingly you can give some number here. Right? Next, 10. Can you give him 10? If you give him grade 10 here, right? You give him 10 here, again you have to give him grade 8 only. And so 10, 8, 7, 9, all are these are done. Now balance people you have to give it only 2, 3, 5, 6. Right? So that is again possible. That means I can give 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, any of the number to T. So how many options are possible for T? That makes it 6 options, right? Okay, after this, let's try this set. Question number 5 to 8. Let's try this. what is given here. So here it's given in a summer camp, 10 events are organized under various categories: adventure sport, motor sport, water sports, underwater activities, and extreme sports. Right? Motor and water sport is evaluated out of 100. So base for each of these sports is given. Some are out of 50, some are out of 200. Right? We can make out from the scores also. Now, how is the final score calculated? The final score, first the group scores are made out of 100. So if I look at adventure sports is 91, 87, 92. So what I'll do, for A, I will add up 91 plus 87 plus 92, but this is out of 300. So I have to make it out of 100. That means I'll divide it by 3, right? So that will get converted it in terms of out of 100. Motor sport is already out of 100 and no other, apart from motor racing, there is nothing else. So no addition, no division here. Water sports are 2 out of 100, that means this is out of 200. So I will add this and divide by 2 so that it will become out of 100. Underwater activities, both are out of 50-50. So total anyways become 100. So I will just add this, no division required here. Extreme sports are out of 200. That means total if I add them will be out of 400. So I'll have to divide by a 4. Right? Then once you have made everything out of 100, then final score is simple average. So now whatever this will come plus this plus water sports plus underwater activities plus extreme sport divided by 5. That is how we do. So that means now what is important for us here is to understand. Say if I give A 0 here, 0 here, 1 here. Only 1 marks in rock climbing if I give him. Right? Then what will happen? What will be his final score? Nothing else is there. What will be his final score? So what you will do? You will add these three, 0 plus 0 plus 1. That will become 1. That 1 will be first divided by 3. Right? And then when all will be done, that will be divided by 5. So 1 by 3 and 5. That means if you give me 1 point here, my final score will change by, I can say my final score will change by 1 by 15. Is everybody okay with this? If you give me 1 point only in adventure sports, everything else is 0. Right? If you just give me only 1 point in any one of the adventure sports, my final score will become 1 by 15. That means I'm saying bungee jumping 0, paragliding 0, only rock climbing 1, everything else 0. So what you will do, 0 plus 0 plus 1, this will be divided by 3, 1 by 3. Then all these are also 0. So that 1 by 3 will now be divided by 5, 1 by 15. Does this make sense? Okay. Next. Same way let's do for other. Motor sport, what will happen? Right? You will not do anything in motor sports. Only thing is you will divide this by a 5. Right? That means if you give me 1 point in motor sports, right, my final score will change by 1 by 5. Right? Same way water sports, first you will do by 2 and then by 5, so I can say 1 by 10. Underwater activities 1 by 5, and extreme sports 1 by 4 and then by 5, so I'll say 1 by 20. Right? That is what we can say. Or other way around, what we can say, this is what will be impact on final score. Right? Now let's look at other way around. That means there is something called as cumulative score and something called as final score. What is cumulative score means? The points that you are getting here is called as cumulative score. The points that you get here is called as your final score. Now, if I give you, we just now said, if I give you 1 point in bungee jumping, your final score will change by 1 by 15. Or can I say, if I give you 15 points here, then your final score will change by 1 by 15 of 15. Your final score will increase by 1. That means if somebody gives me 15 points in adventure sports, right, all together, say if I want to improve A's score, A right now final score is 93.2. अगर मुझे उसको 94.2 बनाना है, if I want to make it 94.2, what I should be doing? I should be giving him more points. So अगर adventure sport is the only place where I can give, then how much points should I give? To improve one here, I should give 15 points. How to give 15 points? इसमें 8 दे देंगे, इसमें 7 दे देंगे. 7 more points here, 8 more points here. His score will improve by 15 and his final score will go up by 1. So now we are writing other way around. That means cumulative score में 15 दोगे, the final score will go up by 1. In motor sports same. That means this is just inverse of it. Motor sports, if you give 5, your final score will go up by 1. Water sports में अगर 10 points दोगे, your final score will go up by 1. Underwater activities, you give 5. Here if you give 20, your final score will go up by 1. Right, so this is our basics. Now let's try to go with the questions. Let's try to see. Question number 5. If B and G have the same final score, right? Find B's point in swimming. Now B and G have same final score, so let's first calculate because this 15 one, this itself is, both are actually same thing. एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट 94, 91, 97 का एवरेज हो गया 94. So first वाले में he got 94. Second one, motor sports, G has got 92. Next one, 94 and 94, that means he has got 94 in this one. 46, 42, that means he has got 88 in this one. 186 and 190, so 186, 190, 188, average 188 means 94 आया इसमें. So one way is you can add all, divide by 5. Other way is B का देख लेते हैं. What is B's? So B has got 92, 86, 95, so 91 4 8. So his average will come 91. Next, 92 he has got here. Here we don't know swimming's number. Right? Underwater activity is again 92. And this is 188, 94. So average, better than calculating average, I know this is for G and this is for B. So let's just compare. Here both have got 94, so no point comparison. This is done. 94, 94 ho gaya. This both have got 92, so no point comparison. This is done. Okay. Here is, he has got 88, but he has got 92. That means he has 4 extra. And here this guy has got 94, this has got 91. That means this guy has got 3 extra. So एक बार G के पास 3 extra, एक बार B के पास 4 extra. That means B still has 1 extra. So B के पास 1 extra है. That means now B can afford to get here a 93. Is that 93 आएगा तो भी चलेगा. For B, he can afford to get a 93 here. Now, this is for where, that means the average of these two should be 93. So x plus 94 by 2, what number will give me 93? So obviously 92 and 94's average will come 93. So x value has to be 92. So I can say the value of x, or the missing number swimming, is 92. So our answer option for this one is second. Next, let's look at if D's cumulative score is increased by 20, right, such that the maximum possible finals, right, then find the maximum possible points D can get in water diving. So somebody has said D, कि you can take 20 more points, but you have to improve your final score. So if somebody gives you liberty, you can change your scores by 2 and first do. So let's look at this table. In this table, if I see here 5 points, if score increases by 1, that means my target first should be motor sports and underwater activities, right? So your target should be motor sports and underwater activities. So motor sports, let's see. Motor sports में कितना है? D has already 98. That means you can give him 2 more points. So totally we have 20 points. Right? 20, you can give him 2 in motor sports mein you will give. Right? Next. Second choice will be your underwater activities. Underwater activities mein here you can give him 7 more points and here 8 more points. So 7 plus 8, 15 you can give him here. So next 15 points you will give him in underwater activities. Right? So next 3 points are remaining. Because out of 20, 17 is on 3 points. After these two, next my preference will be this 10 wala. 10 wala is what? Water sports. Now I'll go and give him in water sports. So water sports is what is there? Swimming and water diving. So I can give 3. So either I give 3 here or 3 here. If I give 3 here or here, either way both can become 96. Okay, what was my question? Let's see. The question was asking how much you can make his water diving. So water diving maximum I can make it 96. So my answer becomes 96. I can make water diving as 96. Answer option 4th. Next, what can be the maximum possible increase in cumulative points of I such that his final score increases by 2. Now I want final score should only increase by 2, but I should take more points. Points ज़्यादा हो, but final score should increase less. So points more and final score less is this. That means I should start from extreme sports, right? So I'll go with extreme sports first, and we have to do for whom? I. So I ka extreme sports mein let's try to do now. That is the reason I said this table is what is important here. So I ka extreme sports, how much I can give? I can give him 18 points here and 10 points here. 18 plus 10. I'll give him 18 plus 10. 18 plus 10 is what? 28. 28 points if I give him. Right? His final score will improve by how much? For every 20, it improves by 1. So 28 points it will improve by 1.4. So we want to improve this total score by 2. Out of 2, 1.44 is done. Now I have only 0.6. Next, after extreme sport, my target will be which one? My target will be this one. First is what? Adventure sports. So adventure sports, I will want to give him how much? I can give him I1 here, 11 here, 12, 6 here, 18 I can give. So if I give him 18 here, but 18 will increase by 1.2 and it will cross 2. That means I cannot give him 18 full, right? So how much I can give him? Out of 2, 1.4 is done. That means the only permissible limit for me is 0.6. So I can give him only 0.6 more. So if I give him 0.6 more here, 1.4 plus 0.6 is 2. So 1 corresponds to 15. So 0.6 will correspond to how much? 0.6 will correspond to 9. That means for 1 point, you should give 15 points. If you want final score to go up by 1, you should give 15 points. If you want final score to go up by only 0.6, you should give 0.6 into 15, that is 9 points. I should be giving him 9 more points here. Total how many points I gave? 37. So I gave 37 points, as in final score has only increased by 2. Right? So your answer for this one becomes 37. Next, let's try next one. So it says if C's cumulative points is increased by 32, which of the following statement is definitely false? Which of the statements will not be true? Zero can become 97.4. C is already at 93.8. 97.4, that means I need a 3.6. 3.6 into this 18. Yes, this is possible, right? So how to check, right? So if I look at 93.8, I want to reach 97.4, so I need another 3.6 points, right? If I give all 3.6 points here, right? So for 1, I need 5. For 3.6, I'll require 18. That means if you give me 18 points, I can reach that level. And where will I give those 18 points? I'll give obviously these 18 points in this one, wherever 5 weightage is there, right? So that means you can go till 97.4. If you want, you can calculate like we did in the second last question that we solved and check. His final score can improve exactly by 2 points. Yes, you can, because 32 is increasing by 2. That means on an average 16 is giving you 1, right? Lowest is 5, highest is 20. That means some mixture of this I can get a 16. So that is also possible. C can have highest among all the students. So if C will get 97.4 only, let's see, will he become the highest? अगर यहाँ 97 if it comes, yes, he will become the highest if he becomes 97. Very much possible. Next, C can have equal average score in all group. Obviously, first 3 are correct, the last one becomes wrong. And let's check also how this is wrong. Can he have equal average in everything? Right. So let's see. C's best score is what? 98. Right. If you see here, there's 180, 193. That means we want to make everything 98. Can you make everything 98? Now let's see. इसको 98 बनाने के लिए you need how many points? 5 points. So I need 1 5. So let's start writing. You need a 5 to make bungee jumping as 98. Next, to make this 98, you will require 16. To make this 98, you will require a 6. To make this 98, you will require a 4. Water sports 98, swimming ke liye another 4. Water diving is already 98. Scuba 49 into 2 is already 98. For fishing, I need another 2. For this to be 98, I need 16 and 4. So this many points are required. So 16, 16, 32, 36, 36, 40, 42, 46, 46 plus 52, 57 points are required to make my average as 98 in everything. But the points that have given to me is only 32. Right? So I cannot reach 90 same average score in all the groups. Right? So for that reason, my answer here becomes answer option 4. So this is just based on identifying, right, that how many points are required to increase your final score by 1 points in any particular segment. Right, so we are done with the first set, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, this last one was pending. It's time. So go back and try this, right? So not that difficult, easier set only. Right, so go back and try this set. In case if you find any issues, right, when we meet next time, we will discuss this, right? So with that, we'll wind up this session. $18 and $10 for which one? Okay, question number 7. Okay, I have to improve his scores by 2, right? So we said that my first priority will be I'll go and improve wherever maximum points are required. So see here, I, how much is I here? 182, right? Highest I want to make this best is what I can get a 200 here. So to make a 200, how much more I can give him? I can give him 18 points here. And kayaking, if I want to make this as 200, how many points should I give him here? 10. So here 18 and here 10. That is how I got 18 points and 10 points. Right? Because I'll try to make them as the highest possible. Right, so with that, we'll wind up the session if nobody has any doubts. Right, thank you guys.